Recording. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Gabby. Hi, everyone out there in our Bliss family.
We've been so bad, but we miss you so much because we haven't come to you by email or Facebook or no other way because, well, times have been very weird this last few months, and we are going through each of our things live and with COVID and with baby being 8 months. So we've been away from our family, from our Bliss family, and we miss you.
We really miss you. It's an odd time, that's for sure. And as much as we miss everyone, and we do plan to, at some point, as life settles a little bit for both of us, we do look forward to trying to create some more space online to be able to help people connect in our community, because it's a very, very loving community, and there's lots of support in our Bliss community and our Bliss family. So Gabby and I do have plans to create and hold space for everyone coming up in the future. We don't know, quite honestly, how that looks at this point. It's been a very intense period for both of us. Gabby with her introduction into parenthood, and spending incredible time with Sebastian and her beautiful family, and being busy. We all know what that's like to do that. It's an intense period, that first year. So, and with myself, it's been something else being a business owner right now, and having to shut down and then learn to pivot and do everything in a brand new way. Has been really super intense. A good opportunity to learn. So there's lots of silver linings and lots of beautiful aspects of it. But the truth of the matter is, we haven't had the time for our Bliss community that we really, truly want to. So thank you for being patient with us. My goodness.
I know, and I really hope that everyone's been keeping safe, but we haven't really gladly heard of anyone directly being affected. We really hope that everyone's been keeping away from the virus, but also just safe at home and following guidelines, and just trying to be as we all have learned to have a new life around being at home most of the time, and being away from our community and our loved ones. So we really hope that you have kept safe and sound at home.
Yeah, absolutely.
And continue to do so now that we're opening up a little bit. Now that we're, like, I'm here in Toronto with like patios being opened, and people, obviously the weather is gorgeous because of course we have a beautiful summer this summer, and compared to last June. But yeah, just still keep just aware of your surroundings, and keeping safe, and washing your hands, and being out in the sun as much as you can, by yourself if you can, to get some vitamins. And that also, it's a very helpful way of keeping yourself healthy and moving around.
Yeah, I don't know, like I think that everybody's experience through this time it's so interesting how unique it is for people. Like, some people, it's been an opportunity to be reflective and to slow down, and to ask themselves big questions about what's important and about priorities and all of that, which I think is so beautiful. And then for others, it's been a super bonkers time, like really, really bonkers. And so I do look forward to an opportunity at some point to kind of debrief all of this with our community, and be able to hear from all these incredible women in this community about what it's been like to live through this. Like, this is just totally, none of us have experienced anything like this before. And there's so much, incredible, as much fear as people have been feeling, and anxiety that people have been feeling. There's been 10 million times more, love and innovation and creativity and community and coming together in new ways. So like I do look forward to that day when we can hold that space for everybody to be able to debrief, because it's been so rich, such a rich, interesting
And
experience.
perhaps so we can ask of people, you know, because we do come in with an announcement for you guys today, but also we can ask to, you know, focus on the good and tell us, go to the Bliss Connection, to our page, send us an email of how, you know, the positive, the sort of that silver lining of what's been happening. And, you know, we hear stories of people, families really coming together and like learning to, you know about each other again, and like spending time with their kids in different ways that they hadn't in so many years. And so things that have gone really well. So share with us, just send us a message on Facebook, on an email, and it's just be nice to get us connected in that way. Like, what's been the good about all these crazy times that we've lived since March, if you can believe so already, and share with us.
What would be something good that you've taken away from this time, Gaby?
Well, see, every time I talk about like what's been happening, I just feel like for me it's been a little bit different, because regardless of COVID or not, I would have been a little bit isolated anyway and in my own sort of bubble, because Sebastian is only 8 months. So when this all happened, we had taken a little vacation. He was 4 months, and we went out to Quebec, and it was like beautiful winter. And we came back, and then we get stuck at home. But I feel like that's what would have happened anyway, because, you know, as a mom, as a new mom, you know, I kind of had to be isolated. So the one thing that has been fun, I guess, you know, sad in a way, because we haven't been able to see grandma, both grandmas. We had to cancel a trip to France to meet the grandma in France, the grandparents in France, and my parents haven't been able to see him. But what's been really cool is that he's connected with them over video. So whether, I don't know if that's going to be good for him in a few years, we'll see what that did to him. But the screen time it's been with grandpa and grandma in France, and grandpa and grandma here in Barrie, and it's been cute to see how he interacts with them, and he's learned to like listen to the voice. And when my mom has come to visit, he recognizes my mom. So that's been beautiful, that, you know, even with the not being able to see him often, he's been able to spend some time, you know, quality time, screen time with the grandparents. Yeah. What about you? Because you've got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, I think I think I've learned that I'm pretty resilient. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's been a very different like experience than I think a lot of people. I don't know that a lot of business owners really have talked too much publicly about what it's been like to shut down your business, to lay off your staff, to learn how to pivot your entire business so that you have some revenue coming in, to figure out then how to open back up in a very fast way, and do it safely and in a whole new world that, you know, you weren't prepared for. Like, you know, if I'm being real and being authentic and being honest, I had no pandemic plan. Never thought through that before this. So yeah, it's been super intense. I think you know me, Gaby, like I think our community knows me. I'm a pretty hard worker. I tend to overwork if anything. And I can safely say this is the hardest I've ever worked in my life, which is, you know, saying a lot. So the good in all of that is really, I'm kind of proud of myself for how much I've learned and how much I've taught myself and how much I've been able to, you know, I can look back on it and I'll look back on it and go, holy cow, like you figured out how to reorient a whole business in a pretty short period of time. And I think that there was a lot of community building between I was able to tap into a lot of communities of clinic owners and other business owners, because there was this really beautiful, like, instant online community where people wanted to help each other with suggestions and ideas. And there's been a ton of innovation and a lot of, like, the software companies that we use that have come up with these really great ideas in, like, super short periods of time, like a week or 2 weeks, like coming up with solutions. And so for me, that's been, like, really incredible to see. It's really reminded me that human beings are, like, we're just exceptional. And
No, and I
when
think
we
it's a
can,
lesson globally, eh? I think it's something that I take away from this, that whatever we really, really want, and whenever we want to get out of a pickle, we do it well, and we know what to do, and we know how to come together. We just
yeah,
get lazy. We get lazy sometimes, and this has shown us that we could do it. We could do this as a community, and we can do this as people. And the stories that I've heard, there's so much inspiration, and there's so much change we have in our hands that we can do and move on for the better. So I applaud that, I really do. And yeah, no, what you went through and what you guys are going through must not be easy at all.
easy is not the way I describe it. No, but yeah, like I said, I think I've discovered how resilient I am. I'm still well, like, that kind of shocks me. As weird as that is to say. And our family's doing really well. Like, my kids are incredible, so independent. They themselves have had to step up huge through this time. My husband and I have both been very busy. So yeah, I think just resiliency and community are two things that have been really great. So having said that, you can see my son in the background. He doesn't know that he's being recorded right now.
Oh my God, he's grown so much.
I know. That you should see my other son. Like, if you think he's tall and grown, like, his older brother is yeah, I know.
Teenagers.
I know. But they're so amazing. And I think about all the parents, who have gone through this period with, like, kids in the younger grades who had homework and had lessons, and they were trying to work full time, and their kid, like my kids, they did it all on their own. I didn't have to do anything. So I don't know.
That's what
I
I
just
say about also my case. Like he's a baby, and so I didn't go through as a parent, anything that those parents went through, because he would have been like this anyway with COVID or no COVID. So it's
yeah.
those people that had to work full time and homeschool, or
Yeah.
be very attentive to their kids, 3 and up. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
incredible. And I know there's a
Yeah.
lot of people in our community that had gone through it, but
Yeah.
again, share the silver lining, the good stories,
Yes.
things that you've learned, things that you take away from these crazy times, but that fill up your heart. So tell us good stories
Yeah.
to share in our community. And
And then we have something.
yeah.
Yeah. The part that we don't really want to get to.
I know.
Are we avoiding it?
It's been so hard to come to this decision, because we've gone through so much with Bliss since the time we started in 2014, and you all know our story, how we just started by just getting together a bunch of women, and year after year, and Bliss after Bliss, because sometimes we've had 3 Bliss weekends in a year. And yes, we've gone from 3 to 2 to 2 to 1. We did 1 for a while. It's every single one, it's a roller coaster, and every single one, every end of it, we're like, we got to do this more, we got to do it all the time. So this is the first time that that we have to make a decision that is so hard for us to do, because we you know, even when we've come down to just doing one, we look forward to it every single time. And it's like we
Yeah.
build it up. Like we open, you know, like we have it in October, but we're like excited in January already, like talking to you guys and then like opening up, even though we're not open or like have registration open, you guys are buying their memberships. Like it's just such a whole one, like a whole year that we go
Yeah.
through, like getting one Bliss ready and seeing you on in October, usually the last few years. That's this is why we're like, well, how do we say it? Because it's so hard.
Yeah. But that's, I mean, I think that everyone understands we're just in a position where unfortunately, we can't run our fall weekend as planned. It wouldn't be safe. It wouldn't be responsible for us to do that. And although things are getting better here in Canada, the uncertainty around not being able to make a decision early enough, like as you were just saying, Gabby, we do plan, we start in January and we have registration open by June, May sometimes. And usually the weekend is full by July, August. So the fact that we haven't been able to begin planning in any kind of real way because it felt like it was going to be for naught, we weren't sure. And our lives are so a little bit busy right now. So anyways, we kind of pushed it off, hoping that it would improve enough that we could run it, but the reality is we just can't. And I think people are going to understand that. I think that our community is expecting that. It's disappointing, obviously, because it's not just Gabby and I that look forward to Bliss every year. It's a whole ton of you out there that look forward to it. And we know that it's a big part of your own process every year, your own healing, your own journey. It's a part of ours too. And we take away a lot from the experience as well. So this is not easy. It's disappointing, but like we said, we do want to figure out a way to hold space for you online in the meantime. We are going to do that, but as of now, we're going to begin refunding the money to everyone who has been paying a Bliss membership. We did pause some of them there for a little while. Some people request to keep paying, but Gabby and I have decided the best thing for us to do is just to return all of that money to everyone and then regroup in 2021 and see.
That's the saddest part. Like it's so the future is so unknown, and it's funny because it's like every time things something we've learned, and a lot of us, you know, learn at Bliss, like our future is in our hands, and whatever the next destiny is like we set it up, right? But this time there's a little bit of an issue of what we can do in 2021 because we don't know. We can't plan. We can't as much like forward thinking or positive thinking that we want, or like asking the universe to give us a path to make sure that we see you in 2021. We don't know. So we think it's best to just wait, and then, you know, if things come together really quick and we can know a bit more, then maybe a spring Bliss, maybe we just leave it for the fall, but right now it's unknown. So that's why it's best for us to just return the money, have you guys, you know, maybe put it into a thing, you know, aside so that you can use it for when we're ready to have you back. But it's just the easiest thing for us to do until we know what's going to happen in the next few months.
Yeah.
Yep. But yes, we want to be able to find a way of connecting with all of you, with you know, our Bliss family. So we've been throwing some ideas, and we will come to you whenever we're able to come with something concrete. But you know that we're always here. Like you guys know, you have our numbers, our emails. You have, you know, our Facebook. Like just connect with us as much as you can, and let us know how you're doing, and we are going to come up with something so we can see you, even if it's in a Zoom call or something, as soon as we can.
Yep. Yeah, if anyone has any ideas of things that they would like to do, I mean, we're open to as well having our community. We have so many incredible practitioners in our community who are now taking their own services and their own conversations online. So please reach out to us. Like if you want to participate in anything like that, if you had any ideas, any requests, like we'd love to hear from you. And then something will take shape, and we'll have something to announce to you at some point. Right now, not sure what that is, but we look forward to it taking shape.
And thank you again for your patience, and thank you for just staying here with us and listening to the recording. We wanted to really give you an update on what's going on with us and with Bliss, and we just feel that, it was nice to have a little chat, even though we don't know what's going on out there, but we'll post this up and hope to hear from you. And if not, at least you know that we're alive and well and that we miss you. We miss you very much. And we are going to miss you even more as the fall comes around, because this is going to be very strange for Sarah and I not having, no hosting Bliss this year at all. So just know that it's hurting us very much, but it's for the good of the world for now. But yeah, so thank you for your patience of us being sort of missing in action, but also for listening to us now.
Yes, and if you are someone who has a Bliss membership with us, or you've made payments towards an upcoming weekend, or you had a payment that you carried over from a past year, like, we will be reaching out to you, and we'll just ask for a little more patience as we do that. We hope to have everything sent back to everyone by the end of July. So over the next couple of weeks, expect to hear from us.
Perfect. So thank you very much, and we send you much love, and good luck with everything, everyone, and have a happy summer.
Yes,
we're having beautiful weather, so hope everyone's enjoying it, and we'll be in touch very soon.
Yes, we will. Take care, everybody. It was so nice to connect tonight. Nice to see you too, Gaby. Love you.
Love you too, Sarita.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.